Hi, Grace Gravestock here with New Paradigm Transitions, helping you to take back your health, take back your power, and take back your life. Today we're talking about our morning lemon drink. If you want to find out all the details, stay tuned and you can see me actually making it. But essentially it's a bunch of immune boosting things in a single drink. So we've got lime, let me just read the list, lemon or lime, apple cider vinegar, Soleil, which is a mineral brine made out of pink Himalayan salt. We've got stevia or some kind of sweetener, dates, honey, whatever sweetener you like, garlic raw, ginger raw, cayenne, black pepper, turmeric, and flaxseed and black seed oil. And if you have some vitamin C powder, even better. So that's the drink. We drink it every day, really boosts the immune system. Use all or some, whatever you have handy to make your morning drink. The idea is that you do it consistently and persistently. Here's to your good health. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. Today I'm going to show you how we make our morning lemon immune boosting drink. So Grace Gravestock here with New Paradigm Transitions, empowering you to take back your health, your life, and your power. This is not a cooking show. Clearly I'm in my workout clothes and my apron, so nothing fancy, but this is what we do. I do it about every 5 days or so. Try to make the drink in advance in a concentrated form, and then I put it in jars, and then we use it up for about 5 days. So we're going to start with okay, first of all, what are we doing? We're making a morning lemon drink. Why are we doing it? To boost the immune system. This is a great way to do it. Now, if you don't have all these things, that's totally fine. Just use what you have. This is meant to give you an idea. I'm going to put the recipe that I use. You'll see that I don't necessarily follow the recipe exactly, but that's less important than consistency and persistency. Persistence and consistent. So here we go. What's in it? We start with lemons or limes. Why? This is a huge immune boost. A lot of vitamin C. Notice that we are using the peel and everything, including the seeds. If you think about grapefruit seed extract, it's a supplement you could pay a lot of money for, because the seeds actually have medicinal properties. You can research that. It's amazing. Most people don't think about that. They're a little bit bitter. They can be bitter, but the purpose of this is not to be super yummy, although I think it tastes okay. It's about boosting your immune system and getting all this stuff in a concentrated way into your body on a daily basis. So here's what it has. We got lemons, we got apple cider vinegar, flax and black seed oil, I'll talk about them in a minute. We've got sweetener, so stevia or monk fruit or honey, whatever or dates. We got a couple dates. Whatever your sweetener of choice is. Oh, I forgot the garlic. We have garlic here as well. We could throw into it, and let's see, ginger. We see the ginger, we see cayenne. We can either use powdered cayenne, or where is it? Cayenne, or we can use a cayenne tincture. And we've got turmeric, optional, with black pepper, which magnifies it. Lots of things in it. Again, don't get overwhelmed. Use what you have. So we'll start off with the limes. I have a Vitamix, so it's easier to do this in a Vitamix. If you don't have a Vitamix or a powerful blender, you'll probably want to cut them up smaller than this. I'm cutting off the edges just because sometimes the ends are a little tougher and they're harder to blend. So I'm just chopping them up real quick, put them in the blender. Know that the most vitamin C is actually in the peel. This applies to both lemons and limes. Yes, it can be a little bit bitter, like I said, but if you want a cheap and easy source of vitamin C, this is it. While I'm thinking about it, TakeBackYourPower.Info, that's my YouTube channel. Please subscribe and like the videos. Please post comments. I would love to hear what you do every day to boost your immune system, especially if it's a drink or supplement. So I'm doing 6 of everything. That gives us 12 days for one person, or 6 days for 2 people, or obviously less if you have more people in the house. And you don't have to do a whole serving, but that's about how much can fit in the blender, so that's why I do that, 5 or 6, plus to keep it fresh. It's a little easier to keep it fresh if it's 5 or 6 days as opposed to longer. We have tried with longer, and it's just, you know, it's best about a week or less. So, got 6 limes here. I could use lemons. Normally I'd use lemons, but when I went to Costco yesterday, guess what? Out of lemons. And you want to use organic when you're using the peel, especially. If you don't have organic, I recommend that if they're just conventional lemons or limes, that you peel them and just use the juice, because they usually are sprayed and you really don't want that stuff in your drink, especially if the purpose of it is to boost your immune system. So, lemons or limes, organic. Oh, I meant to tell you how I wash them. We use a soap that is edible, and we also use hydrogen peroxide, so I just cleaned them in advance. Little soap, little hydrogen peroxide, rinse them off. So a little bit of prep there. That's the first thing. Lemons. Now we do apple cider vinegar. We're doing a tablespoon per serving. So in this case it's 12 servings. There is a faster way to do this, but I'm going to just do it like this, 12. So actually each tablespoon is an ounce. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm not super precise. I don't think that matters all that much personally, but if you're a precise person, go for it. It doesn't hurt. So that's apple cider vinegar. Next, we're gonna do Soleil. What is Soleil? Soleil is the best way to get your minerals. I say best, I really mean cost efficient. Soleil is pink Himalayan salt. There's other kinds that are equally good, but this is the easiest to find. This is also the cheapest from Real Food. Well, this is Real Food Trading Company. Anyway, there's Real Salt is the company we often get it from, big containers, but it's pink salt. Basically, you put pink salt in some water. This is just a jar that I've reused, and add water, and then let it sit overnight. And what'll happen is it will melt, it'll melt the salt. It'll basically turn to seawater. And then what you want is about a teaspoon per serving. If you put this, even if you just did this salt water in your morning water, let's see, wait, 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay, so I'm doing 4 tablespoons, doing 12 servings. That's just basically seawater, but clean seawater. That gives you all the 82 minerals. I think it's 82 or 84. It's a lot of minerals. It's the cheapest and easiest way to get all your minerals. And it doesn't taste bad, and actually makes your water taste good, taste better, depending on what kind of water you start with. So, we've had so far the lemons or limes, apple cider vinegar, and the Soleil. That gives us our minerals. The next thing is sweetener. So I'm going to use a combination of stevia powder, or stevia, depending on how you pronounce it. We like to use about a teaspoon per lemon. So I had 6 lemons, so I'm going to do 6 teaspoons, 3, 4, 5, 6. And since I have some guests, I'm going to make it taste a little bit extra palatable by adding some dates. A couple dates. Dates have a lot of minerals as well, really good for you. Make sure you take out the pits. Throw in a couple dates. And we could also throw in a little bit of monk fruit sweetener. Locanto, I get this from Costco. Big quantities. I used to buy this when it first came out, 40 bucks for a little tiny thing. This is a great price. So I'm gonna go ahead and just add what's left. It just makes it more palatable. And it doesn't, it's good for your body, it's plant-based, it's not artificial, and it doesn't raise your blood sugar levels. So, that's our sweetener. Next thing is ginger. So I've already pre-washed the ginger, and here it is. We're gonna do, this is just what I have left. But usually it's about 1/4 of it's like kind of your pinky finger. So 1 serving size is like this part of your pinky finger per person. So if you have a really big finger, obviously more, a little finger less, approximately that much. We're gonna do 12 servings, so got a bunch of ginger here. I use it with the peel. Some people prefer to scrape it or peel it. The easiest way to do that, if you don't want to use the peel or if you don't have a strong blender, is to scrape it. So you take a knife, let me just show you. You take a knife and you literally, it doesn't need to be a sharp knife, but you can just literally scrape the skin off. And that is the easiest way to peel ginger. But there are a lot of nutrients in the peel, so it does make it a little bit thicker, but I personally like all the benefits of it, so I don't usually peel it, but just to show you. So I'm adding a bunch of ginger. It could be more, it could be less, depending on what you prefer and how much you can tolerate. I love ginger, and it also is a nice flavor boost, and it kind of covers the flavor of some of these other things. So I like to add a lot. Next is cayenne. Cayenne is great for blood flow. Remember that when you want blood flow through your entire body, little bit of cayenne, depends on how much you like. You really don't need a whole lot, because it's, especially if you're not used to taking cayenne, but it's great for the blood. My dad has been eating it every day for his entire life, and every time he gets his blood done, they look at his blood and they're like, wow, what do you do? Your blood is so amazing. And he says cayenne. So a little bit of cayenne, or you could use cayenne tincture if you have it. Dr. Schultz has some good products, and that makes it easy if you were making your own drinks and you didn't have a blender. That would be a good way to use cayenne tincture. So we're almost done. We could just, we're gonna add the garlic. So we could add water, or we could just blend it as it is. I meant to prep this garlic. You can go through some processes to wash your garlic. I personally just take the peels off, and they have, again, the peels in garlic have a lot of medicinal properties. So I just take off the outer part, because that would have been the part that was dirty. And I just throw the whole thing in, but if you want to clean each and every piece, you can, however way you do it. Maybe on another video I'll show you how we normally clean produce, but literally we want to have 1 piece of garlic per serving at a minimum. So we got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And you can really just put the whole thing in. I mean, a couple pieces of garlic here and there, not going to hurt you. Can only help you, makes it easier, just throw the whole thing in. And there you go, raw garlic. Now again, we could add raw honey. That does have a lot of medicinal properties, but I think we're good for now. Okay, I went ahead and added some honey, because I've got some tasters here and I don't want them to freak out about the taste, especially with all the raw garlic. So that will make it a little bit tastier. And also I just want to point out, there are other things you can add. These are essential oils that are amazing. I'm going to go ahead and just add a drop of oregano oil. This is very powerful. These are antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial. Rosemary, we have some rosemary in the garden. I forgot to get it, so I'm gonna just do a drop of rosemary oil. You don't have to add these are definitely optional, but they are very potent. We've got clove and On Guard, which is, I'll talk about in another video, super good for boosting your immune system. So, I'm going to go ahead and add the oils now. Notice that I blended everything first, and then I add the oils at the end. Why is that? Because they're very delicate and sensitive. So we're going to just add them. We don't want them to heat up with the blender. So again, 12 teaspoons of everything. An easy way to do this would be to just do 12 ounces. I personally just don't like to do the cleaning, so I just do it this way. 10. Okay, we're only going to get 11 out of this, but it's close enough. Do a tablespoon of black seed oil, which has amazing health properties, and it's been used for centuries, mostly in other countries. And also in flaxseed oil. Flax oil, it's usually both of these are refrigerated. So we're going to go ahead and just add 12 tablespoons of that. 10, 11, 12. Again, I probably could have pre-measured them, but I just don't like to do extra dishes, so just get it done. There we go. So there's our oils. And now, optional things you can add. Turmeric. You've probably heard about turmeric. Has, again, amazing health properties. It can stain your blender, so I sometimes don't use it. but just gonna put a little bit in there for color. Now when you use turmeric, you always want to use a little bit of black pepper, just a little bit. The reason is because it exponentially magnifies the power of the turmeric. I can't really speak to the science of that, but if you're interested, Google it. It's a thing, I've read about it, I just can't explain it. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend again. Okay, and that's it. So now what we do is we look to see how many ounces we have. It's hard to see on this blender, but I can see that this is, okay, this is 8 cups, this is 7, this is 6. So we got 6 cups. So what we would do, that's great. Remember we said 12 servings, so that's a half a cup serving. So we would just put it in jars, and then just jars that are already pre-measured. So however you want to do it. I would probably use something like this. And this one is, I forget, this is like maybe 12. So this could be 2 servings. And that way, you know, you just put them in the fridge, and then you just know every day you just drink half of it. So something like that, that's how I do it. So that's our morning lemon drink. Boost your immune system, take back your health, take back your power, take back your life. Remember to go to my YouTube channel, TakeBackYourPower.Info, and subscribe, like, and feel free to share with your friends. I'd love to hear in the comments what you do on a daily basis to boost your immune system.